I'm Diane Chalou, and I'm here today because I'm really excited to talk about community partners with youth. The congregation has chosen them to be one of the projects for the upcoming ministry campaign. They are desperately in need of 3 newer used buses to transport their youth. They have 80 to 100 youth in grades kindergarten through 8th grade in our building every day. They've been doing this program for 27 years, and we were one of the founding entities that started this program. CPY is a way to live out one of the core values of CtK, which is side by side in service. They are making a positive impact on the families and the children in this congregation every day. And I'm really excited they're going to be part of the upcoming ministry campaign.
I'm David Christensen, representing the Property Committee, and I'm going to be talking about property care for the ministry campaign. We need to provide a well cared for facility that is a welcoming space for all people. In order to provide this, we'll have additional expenses that are beyond our operating budget. In order to help fulfill these needs, the Property Committee has estimated a need for a cash reserve fund of $400,000 to be distributed over 5 years. Some of the critical items that would be needing funding are $150,000 to replace a rooftop heating and air conditioning unit that was installed in 2010. Also, $50,000 to replace 3 furnaces that were installed in 1993, and $35,000 to repair parking lot to do the crack filling, seal coating, and restriping. We want to thank all the volunteers for their many hours of service and are grateful to the congregation for all their generous donations.
Hi, I'm Raleigh Martinson, someone who's been interested in the strength of Christ the King and its youth ministry over the years. Youth ministry has, over the years, been a central commitment of Christ the King, in which young people in the congregation and the community have been transformed and in many cases developed into strong leaders in communities across the church and around the country. And so in the campaign, there are 4 things that the committee understands would be at the center of moving this forward. One would be that we do some clarification of mission in this differing times, and that be done together in such a way, secondly, that the congregation is the participant in the clarification, so they come to understand and commit to the strategies that are being developed. Thirdly, in order to do that, it's important that the congregation own the strategy that's being worked, and that they broadly participate as leadership in the congregation. So there are multi-generational opportunities for young people and adults to participate across the ministry of Christ the King. And finally, to work with providing the fundings and the staffing that's needed for a new time of ministry built around relationships, intergenerational relationships, strong commitments to mission, and a sense of growth and faith that's transforming, so that Christ the King becomes a place of transformation and a place of a community that reaches out and provides relationships for kids.
Hi, I'm John Vanderwerf. I'm here to talk about the technology and accessibility portion of the ministry campaign. If you're seeing me now or hearing me, you're using the technology that's at Christ the King to do so. It's working for us today, but as most things, it's aging, it's starting to fail, and it's not compatible with new things that are happening in the world. So this portion of the campaign is meant to replace that technology with cost-effective and environmental-friendly components. It's really addressing two of the core values: embrace all God's children and live lightly in God's creation.
Oh, absolutely, Katie. No, I totally agree with you. I gotta run now, but we'll talk soon. Okay, bye-bye.
Say, who are you talking to? It sounded serious.
Well, that was Katie. She is all fired up about the need to support one of the topics from our summit meeting that we had a few weeks ago.
Well, which topic would that be?
Oh, the need for a second pastor. Sarah's term is complete in July of 2026, and having two pastors is a value that Christ the King members have repeatedly expressed as crucial to fostering faith for all ages in both the church and the community.
Oh, you're absolutely right, Carol. A second pastor would promote Christ-centered worship as a regular preacher.
Well, and I know that a second pastor connects directly with congregational care.
Oh, they certainly do. And a second pastor is also a worship leader and planner. They embrace all God's children. Well, we could go on with many positive things about having a second pastor at our church.
Well, how can we accomplish this goal of maintaining a second rostered pastor for like 5 years?
Well, we've discussed this in church. To accomplish this goal of calling a full-time second pastor for a longer term, we would need to make a financial commitment. This is doable if we begin funding in January of 2026. That would mean $60,000 a year for 5 years. This, of course, is not the total compensation package, but it would supplement the cost to Christ the King to maintain current staffing and operations.
I think we can do this. No, I know we can do this. This role of a second pastor is crucial to the values of Christ the King.
I certainly agree with you, Carol. Having this conversation, though, has made me hungry. Do you think there are any fritters left?
Why don't you go see if there are any frosted donuts with sprinkles?